Okay, so it's going live everywhere right now.
Awesome.
Let's just wait. So live on YouTube now. We're live on Facebook. We're live on page. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes.
Sure.
Wait, what the hell? Oh, there you go. We're live everywhere. Awesome. So let's just wait for a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, guys, just drop in your hi, and we have some fantastic updates coming up that we want to share with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have
Sure.
Yash with me, and it's almost 1 a.m. In India right now, by the way. And look at
Yeah.
him; he's still in the office. He's not even at home, So that's some serious dedication, man.
Yeah,
Where,
this
where do
is
you
this
get
is
all
the home.
these? Where do you get all this motivation, first of all?
Oh man, the largest amount of motivation is essentially from our users who are
Uh-huh.
offering us feedback, using the product, sharing with
Hmm.
us, their stories, sharing with us their testimonials, things that they like, things that they don't, and what are the points of improvement. And so there are people who suggest us features. There are people who say that, hey, you've not done this right. There are people who say that, this is one of the really good features that you've built, and a lot of other things. But the point is that, if people are liking the software, we want to do those things better. If people are not liking the softwares, we want to obviously fix those mistakes. The motivation really comes from the fact that there's almost no person who's shown indifference, right? So who does not care
Definitely.
enough to either appreciate us or hate us, right? Or point out where we've gone wrong. And so the fact that there's no indifference, it means that we're solving a real need, and
Hmm.
that's essentially what keeps us going. So just behind me is Anupama as well, who's sitting in the office, and she's just working, fixing a couple of things on a PDF for proposals that we launched yesterday.
Hmm.
And so yeah, so that's kind of where we are.
Awesome, fantastic. So what's cooking up? What's cooking up with Griddle right now? What are you up to? What are the things that's being cooked right now behind the scenes? And there was something that you were mentioning earlier when you made a post that you got
Yeah.
something amazing to share. So over
Yeah.
to you. Would love to hear it out.
Sure. And so during this webinar, I'll give a sneak peek into that as well. But we've been working hard on client portal, right? And almost every agency needs to have a client portal, and we've essentially, one of the things that we did, I think a couple of weeks ago, was I created a poll in both in PitchGround as well as in Griddle agency group that we have on Facebook. Where we asked, hey, what are some of the top features that a client portal would need? Let's say if we had unlimited budget, what could we build, right? And so that poll was open for our users also to make suggestions. And we
Hmm.
got about a list of 22 features, right? Which started from onboarding to integrations to being able to share invoices and proposals, to project management updates, to tasks, workflows, and so on and so forth. So things that most of the things were already on the roadmap, but these were some of the things that we hadn't even thought of, the use cases that we had not thought of.
Hmm.
And so those kind of feedbacks we got. And so we then essentially decided to divide the client portal into three parts. And so the first part is V1, which we are bringing in tomorrow, and I'll give you a sneak peek today.
Hmm.
Which essentially allows you to create a client account. The client will receive an email from your workspace. They'll be able to join, and then they'll be able to start using, where they'll be able to create their profile, set up their organization, put in all the addresses, the numbers, the
Hmm.
tax information that is required. They'll be able to see all the proposals, sign,
Hmm.
decline, comment, whatever the requirement may be. They'll also be able to see invoices, pay them, and then maintain settings. One of the other key things about that, which I'll show you in a moment, is also that the client portal appears in your brand colors, So let's say PitchGround's brand color is red, and
Mm-hmm.
so you can basically have the client portal in your own brand color with your own logo. If you
Okay.
already have a white label, then I mean, awesome. But if not, then at least the color and everything, the language is yours. So that's been cooking. That's something that we're going to launch tomorrow, and we've been receiving amazing feedback on custom fields as well. That was an absolutely big need that people had. And so because even if you're specifically targeting agencies and freelancers, the agencies and freelancers work differently in different geographies or in different sizes as well. And so that also I'll be giving you a demo of. And then there are a couple of other updates that we've been building. We've been working hard since we launched about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, today is our 1 month anniversary on PitchGround. We launched on 29th of October, and today is 29th of November. So yeah. So in the last 1 month, we've, I think, pushed.
Has life been crazy for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It's been super crazy. The team's motivated to the brim with the kind of feedback that we've been getting on the platform, and yeah, so that's where we are.
No, the pitch grounders are absolutely amazing. Not just by the way like they support all the founders, but these valuable feedbacks, they are so valuable for founders that this is what actually helps them to build such an incredible piece of software.
Yeah,
And they basically prepare you to go and start approaching enterprises, because
yeah,
when you're dealing with enterprises, they would not have time for all these things. They would simply
yeah,
say, hey, like, we're not ready, we're not interested. The worst
yeah,
part is that, especially in SaaS, if you lose an enterprise, it's gone forever. You're
yeah.
not going to be able to close them ever again. So
Again,
what, that
yeah,
one lead is gone. So this
yeah,
is why you just need to ensure that you're all ready. And these feedbacks actually helps you to get inside and build use cases, which is, I feel,
yeah.
the most valuable part
And
when it comes
another,
to growth.
yeah, I mean, that's really, and so we've actually created a process. I mean, the first couple of days we saw that there were a lot of feedbacks coming in, and we had started missing some of the feedbacks. And so we created a process internally wherein we are able to capture each and every feedback and then have a genuine, insightful conversation internally around what to do about it. Another thing that I really like about the community that we have on PitchGround is that a lot of people have said that, hey, we've invested in Gridle, right? So we've bought the LTD and we've invested in Gridle, and so we are here with you. We are here to guide you. I reach out to a couple of users saying, hey,
Mhm.
this is a conundrum that we have. This is a question that we have. What do you think? And they are happy to get on a call with me. They're not obligated to get on a call with me, but they do get on a call just to offer some answers from their perspective, which is super cool. I mean, so having some people out there in different geographies and different people who you don't even know, to just get on a call and help us out with answers to questions that we have for building the product. That's invaluable. So
Oh,
yeah,
definitely, definitely. So there is one question coming up from Siddharth.
sure.
He's asking, he's actually very excited for white label. So I
Awesome.
think a lot of people are desperately waiting for that so that they can go out there and start
That's
selling
coming soon. Yeah.
Griddle. So any sort of updates with regards to that, like maybe like an estimated timeline? Is it
So
coming in
we're about
December?
25 days away. So we're trying to give that as a Christmas present. And so we're about 20-25 days away from the white label.
That's not that far away. That's gonna go
Yeah.
by like a blink.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
That's fantastic. So Yash, what do you have? Like, you want to share more things about Griddle? So
Sure.
you want to share your screen right now?
Yeah, I'll do that. Just give me 1 sec. So,
Awesome.
um,
All right.
first, what I want to do is I want to take you guys through. Just let me know when you can see my screen.
Yep. You can.
Okay, are you able to see the screen?
Yep.
Okay, so firstly, let me take you guys through a couple of things. So first is I'll take you guys through custom fields. So this is what you see when you land onto Griddle. It's very simple, straightforward. what's your outstanding overdue collected amount, what's the amount of leads that you have in which stage, what's the number of proposals, and so on and so forth, right? So you can go to your leads section and see a very simple view of how your sales pipeline actually looks like. Similarly, you can go to your customers and your proposals, and we'll be going through that in a moment. Um, so so as an example, what happens is let's say if I'm a user of Griddle and I'm using it for managing my sales pipeline. When I want to add a new lead, I'm able to add all the relevant information that I want to. However, one of the things that as of now the default version of Griddle does not allow to collect is let's say alternate phone number, right? So let's say my leads typically have two phone numbers, and I can add one phone number over here, but I want to collect another phone number as well. And so let's take that as a use case, right? So I'm not able to currently add that. So what I have to do is I'll have to add it either in the address somehow, or I just have to kind of mention two phone numbers over here, which is never a good way to go about it. And so with custom fields, what you can do is you can go to your settings, you can and then go into your general settings, and then you'll be able to see custom fields right over here, right? So when you click on custom fields, it allows you to create a new custom field. So when you click on a new custom field, it will ask you what do you want to name that field. So let's say the name is alternate phone number. So that's what I want to collect. I'll have to tell which module does the field belong to. So I can choose it to be company, which is my company, which is my workspace, or it could be leads, which is true in this case, or I can add it to customers. So let's say I want to add a warehouse address to a customer, or it could be a contact, or it could be, let's say, a staff member, or I can add it to an invoice or items or proposals, and so on and so forth. So in India, a lot of people want to add HSN code to items. And so that you can create your custom field and do that. Another interesting use case that we had gotten from one of the users was that they wanted to have custom notes for contacts, right? So for all contacts, they wanted to maintain notes because the person was not strictly running an agency, and so he was running a coaching institute of sorts. And so that was something that they wanted to do. So for this example, let's take leads and move on. So you can choose that this field belong to leads, and then you can choose different types of fields. So you can say, okay, this field is an input, which is just a small text input, or a phone number, which is the number that's the one that we'll go for. Or it could be a longer text area, which could be for an additional note, or you can have one selection. I mean, so just one to be selected out of 3-4 options. So you can allow that to be multi-select options. It could be a checkbox, a date picker, or a date and time picker, color picker, or a hyperlink, right? So you can add n number of different types of custom fields. So we'll choose the number field over here. You can also control who can see that field, right? So you can say, okay, this is only visible to administrators. It should be shown on table or not. It will be shown on PDF or not. You can choose whether it will be shown on client portal or not, which is going to come out tomorrow. And then there are a couple of advanced options where you can choose the order required and its active state. So all of this will not touch for now. So let's just keep it very simple for the demo purpose. So it's
Wait,
an alternate phone
I
number. Yeah.
yes, did I just hear like client portal? I'm sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
yeah. Client portal is coming out. So that's the next thing that I'm going to show.
Okay, okay, all right.
Yes. So actually, I'll tell you what. So we were supposed to launch the client portal today. However, because there was a very small thing that we also wanted to update along with the client portal, which I'll talk about when I'm showing you that, which we were not able to finish on time. So we were not able to do that. However, this part of the client portal already got updated on the product because that was how it was going to be pushed. So it's available
No,
very quick.
that's fantastic. I think that's a fantastic like Thanksgiving gift
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
everyone.
Absolutely. And so then you can just hit save changes. It appears over here. You can edit it or delete it later if you want. But then what happens is when you go into your leads page, just one sec, yeah. So when you go into your leads, and then when you try to add a new lead, um, you will be able to add an alternate phone number over here, right? So now you have that as an extra field, which can be similarly added to company, customers, proposals, invoices, whether it can be shown on PDF or not. So another major use cases in India As an example, it is mandatory for you to show GST number or the service tax number on your invoice. So what you can do is you can create a custom field for the company called GST. You can add your GST number, and then it will show up on all the invoices. Similarly, you can create a custom field for your customer where you collect their GST number. So you show that on the client portal, so they can fill in their GST number, and it will also auto populate on the invoice. Another cool thing that we've also done is that when you are importing your so wherever, so we've got import for leads, for customers, and for items. So whenever you are importing your data into Gridle for the first time, or let's say you've been to a conference or to an event where you collected all of that info from your potential leads, these custom fields will appear over there as well, right? So at the time of import also, if you created the custom fields, they'll be appearing over there. So essentially, custom fields will complete the end-to-end use case, and so it allows our users to make Gridle their own, right? So they can basically create and use those fields as per their requirements. And so that's one of the great aspects of building custom fields. And so that's one of the things that we've built. The other thing is we launched 2 major payment gateways as well. So so just one second. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. So let me go into settings and go into. So when you go into settings and then features, you can. So when we launched, we only had InstaMojo and Stripe. And then now we have PayPal and Authorize.net as well. So these are the 2 payment gateways that we've launched, and then we've got 3 others in pipeline. So we've got Razorpay, and then we've got Braintree, and then we've got 2 Checkout as well. So these are in pipeline, and we'll be launching them all across December as well. The other cool thing that we've also built is we've already allowed the PDF for invoices and proposals. So so now you can actually, when you are going into your proposals, just allow me for one sec. Let me go into proposals as well for one sec. So now when you actually go into, let's say, a particular proposal, which is, let's say, this is a proposal that I want to check out. Now you will be able to view this in a PDF as well. So now you have that bit also along with the signature time, whatever that case may be, right? So this is the same case for invoice as well. We have automatic creation of proposal coming in soon. So this is coming soon right now, where we allow our users to create their own templates with merge fields. Another cool thing that we did was one of the feedbacks that we started getting from users was all the emails that are being sent out as transactional emails from Gridle to their clients were very, very heavily Gridle branded. So so that we've removed, and we've kind of reduced it to a very small branding point, which is powered by Gridle, and that will only appear in only not white label accounts. Once you have white label, that will also not appear. So it's been made very, very subtle now. And then now I want to move to the main thing, right, which I want to show you guys. So okay, so I'm going to show this to you on test. So this is our test URL, or this is what we call a staging server internally. So you'll see a lot of, so this is where we do all of our stress testing and try and understand if there are any bugs in the product that is being built. So so what essentially is going to happen is that whenever you go into any of your customers, so I'll give you an example, as one of the customers over here is Gridle. So let me just go into that as a customer. So whenever you go into any of your customers, you'll be able to see an option over here that says view client portal, right? So this allows you as a user of Gridle to view client portal as it seems to your clients, right? However, I'll click on this in one sec, but so let me show you how it looks to an existing client, right? So are you able to see the different screen right now, or has the screen sharing been paused?
No, it's currently the customer screen that I'm seeing right now.
So Okay, awesome. So you're able to see good morning Roman rings, right, on the dashboard?
No, I'm able to see
Okay,
the customer one.
okay, just one sec. Let me stop the share, and I'll have to start the new share because that's in a separate browser window. Just one sec.
Okay, life of an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Just one sec. Are you able to see the screen now?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So this is how it looks to a client of yours, right? So Roman Rings is one of the contacts that is using this, and so Griddle is name of their organization, right? So let's say if their company's name is PitchGround, this is where it will say PitchGround. This is where it will say, let's say, Udit Goenka. This is where we'll be giving summary of their interaction with your organization, right? So that of PitchGround's interactions with Griddle. So currently we only have invoices. By tomorrow we'll have proposals and other things also kind of coming over here. This color, the color that we have on the left, which is that of the sidebar, is the color which is that of the brand color that you've chosen when you set up your organization, that you can edit as well. So if the brand color is dark, the icons will convert themselves into white. If the brand color is light, then the items will be dark gray. That is actually something that we were not able to finish. So if you can see over here, the settings icon that is still in gray, and the others are in white. So that is a small bug that we are still fixing. And so once that is done, we'll be putting it live tomorrow as well. This is the logo of your organization. So let's say if this is between Griddle and PitchGround, and PitchGround is the client, then this logo will be that of Griddle, right? So whatever your organization is. When you click
Yes, I
on,
have a yes, I have a suggestion over here, and I
sure.
think this will look fantastic. What if we can do this, where for every single client, the company, like let's say agency, would be able to upload their logo as well, and it can say something like your logo plus their logo. So
Okay.
I think that might look a little more like customized, for an example.
Got it. Got it. So basically, so what we can probably also do is over here in the company info from the client side. What we can do is we can allow the client to upload their logo, right, somewhere around here,
Mm,
and so
I
then
think
over
it
here.
it will be better if we allow agencies to do that, because usually what happens is
Mhm.
if we are asking the companies to do it, it is kind of like a weird process for them in most of
Okay.
the cases where the companies don't really want to upload them. Like
So the agencies will so everything that the client can do, an agency will definitely be able to do. So just
okay,
in
then
case
makes
if,
makes sense.
yeah, so everything that is available over here in terms of profile, in terms of company info, all of this can be edited by the agency in their client portal as well. So sorry, in their management of client portal as well. So it's a matter of an option. So if a client chooses to upload their logo, awesome. If not, then agency, if they upload,
Mhm.
then it will show over here. So that's perfectly fine. But yeah, that's a great idea, right? So we can allow them to upload a logo where then it becomes a much more of a cohesive and comprehensive kind of a environment for the client, in terms of this is a place where the agency and the client kind of come together to collaborate, right? And that's the feel actually that we want to give as well, because if you go to proposals, they'll be able to the client will be able to see all the proposals with along with their stages, their amounts, whatever the case may be, in one place. They'll be able to see all the proposals over here. They'll be able to sign the proposals if they want to. This one is already accepted, so they'll not be able to do much about that. But this is what they see on the client portal as well. And so when they go into invoices, they'll be able to see all the invoices along with their statuses. And then when we launch project management and when we launch client support, they'll obviously be able to create or get updates on projects. They'll also be able to share support tickets over here. And the other thing that we are currently working on, which is one of the major requirements, is document gathering, right? So a lot of agencies. So think of an example of a digital marketing agency where they want to start working with a client. They need their clients' logos, they need their clients' assets, descriptions, and so on and so forth. And all of that can be shared in one folder over here. and that can make the process entirely seamless. Another
Mhm.
cool feedback that I had gotten from one of the users was also this, that hey, do not make, no matter what, do not make the client portal as comprehensive as Gridle itself. So Gridle for agencies is great in terms of the interface and all of that. However, the clients, you have to assume that the clients are much older and much less tech savvy. So the client portal has to be super simple in terms of every functionality that you're offering, even if that means changing of the experience for client side and the agency side for accomplishing the same tasks. It has to be done because no agency wants to support their clients on using the client portal, right? So the client portal has to be super simple. So that's something that we are keeping in mind in terms of it's got to be anything that you do on the client portal. It's got to be 2 clicks away, not more than that. Super simple, all lists. Just click on it to get wherever you want to, and get in touch with the agency and then work with them. So these are some of the things that are coming out really soon. Obviously, as I said, white label is going to come out in about 25 days from now. We're trying to do it before Christmas itself. I think in December we'll be launching almost one payment gateway every week. So we'll start with Braintree, and then we'll have to check out, and then we'll have Razor Pay, I think. So by Christmas we'll have a couple of other payment gateways also added. We'll have white label also coming in. Client portals coming out tomorrow. And yeah, so that's kind of some of the updates from our side.
Fantastic, fantastic. Guys, if you have any question about Griddle, please let us know. It's getting better, it's getting stronger every single day. So very happy to answer any of your questions if you have about Griddle. We have Yash, or if you just have a question about agency in general, or in terms of closing a deal or anything, with regards to not just product, but how to provide a better service, and how to grow as an agency service. Just drop in your question. We'll be more than happy to answer your question, and we'll be more than happy to speak about every single one of them, so that the webinar that you're watching right now, the lab session that you're watching right now, turns out to be even more valuable, where it's just not about product, but it's about you. It's about your business. It's about your growth. So we are here to help you out. We're here to give you all the required supports, ingredients, tool sets, everything, the knowledge, everything that's required for you to help you grow your business. That's what we are focusing upon, and we are extremely happy, and we enjoy, even if one of our suggestions can help you grow your business. Trust me, that makes our day an incredible day.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, let us know.
And just
um,
one other thing that I want to mention is that this is something that is about 3.5 months away, but we just started initial scoping. So I tell you, a couple of weeks ago, I had posted in a query in the Griddle agency group, which essentially went something to the effect of, at your agency, what is your biggest challenge, right? And there were two major challenges. So one challenge was in terms of reducing the turnaround times between outreach, so
mhm.
from lead to like closure of sales. That was one major concern, or a problem rather. And then the second major one was towards the lines of, if you are an agency that is 20 people or more, or 15 people or more, or if you aim to be there, um, since you're using a lot of different tools and platforms, the company never feels in control, right?
Right.
So you have your sales and leads related analytics in one place, and then you have proposal and contract related analytics in a separate tool, and then you have invoice and payment related analytics in something else. How are your projects doing, their health is in something else. Your client health, there's no way to figure that out because all of that communication happens on email itself. And so building Griddle, which allows our users to manage complete client lifecycle in one place, puts us in a unique position to be able to build super focused analytics, right? And so that's what we've been scoping for the past week, and will continue to do so for about another month. And so I'll be posting a lot more around understanding what analytics do you want, right? So in terms of your leads, what do you want to understand? Which sources are working for you, which are not? Which campaigns are working for you, which are not? We want to understand what is your lead velocity, what is your closure rate, which proposals are performing. And since you have everything in kind of one place, we are in that unique position where we'll be able to give you contextual analytics. So if PitchGround, let's say, is a digital marketing agency, and if I want to ask you a question as to who's your most profitable customer, right, then all the variables that you've got to consider for being able to answer that question in terms of who's your most profitable customer, you've got all of that in one place, right? So the amount of people, the kind of projects, the kind of profits, all of that is in one place. So we're super pumped about building analytics on top, and reports on top of Griddle. And I'll be asking more and more questions both in PitchGround community as well as Griddle community to understand what reports matter to you, and then we'll slowly kind of build and work towards that as well. So the idea is to help you as an agency grow in any way, shape, or form, whether that is to sell more, whether that is to reduce turnaround times, whether that is to get you paid on time, or make you feel more in control of your agency. So that's what we've been working towards.
Fantastic. So we do have a few questions. So the first
Sure.
question is coming in from Joseph. He's asking, can the client collaboration ask questions on proposals and vice versa? So is there like any sort of like collaboration feature that's out there, or you're planning to build on the proposal? So for example, I've read the proposal, and instead of going on the email, I can just drop in an update or something directly somewhere at the proposal.
Yeah, absolutely. We have that. So basically, when you create a proposal,
I think it will be fantastic if you can just like share your screen and quickly
share
we
your
can
screen
just
and show
show.
it to you.
Yeah, I think that will be much more ideal.
Yeah, just give me 1 sec. I just need to find a proposal which, yeah. Just 1 sec. Yeah. I'm just trying to see how I can do that. Okay. I basically want to show a proposal that is currently out. So most of the proposals that I have are currently in draft mode. Just 1 sec. Yeah, I think this works. Yeah, so let me know when you can see my screen. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So basically what happens is, let me just show it to you. So I'll just show you the journey. So let's say when you come on to the product, when you come onto the product, you'll be able to see on the proposal screen, you'll be able to see all the proposals right here. And just click on any proposal that you want to see. So let's say I want to check out this particular proposal, which is currently in accepted mode, but you have comments over here, right? And so whatever comments that I write over here, they'll be visible to the client when they are checking out the proposal. And at the same time, the client will also be able to add comments over here that you'll be able to see right here, right? So all proposals come in with comments. And that is something that you can see right in the comment section, right? So that's basically how it works. So when the client receives it, they essentially Just one, let me just move you around here. So when the client receives it, they do not get all of these edit options. And so the proposal's a little bit on the left side, and the client will be able to add comments in a dialog box over here, which will be visible to you in the comments. So whenever they comment, it will be visible to you over here, and then you can reply to those comments, edit them, delete them as and when required. So you'll be able to do that. Yes. And currently we are working on a feature which is a little bit low on priority, but we are scoping it out, which is basically when you send a proposal out to a client through an email, and if they reply to that email, right? So instead of just clicking on the link, accepting it or declining it or changing the status, they reply to the email, then that email should be as a reply, whatever they've written should be logged on over here. So that's something that we're working on.
Fantastic. So let's move on to the next question. I hope, Joseph, that helps you answer that question. The next question
Or
is,
else I'll just explain more in the comments if that does not, and I'll just keep the screen open just in case if it's about the product.
no, definitely. The next question is from Siddharth. He's asking, are you planning for a Calendly-like feature? I think
Yes.
that's like a whole software by itself.
Yeah, it is a completely it is a complete whole kind of software by itself, which basically allows your sales people to kind of schedule meetings. But yes, so I'll say that we are planning for something like that. However, there's so to be clear in terms of setting expectations in terms of timeline, it's at least 6 months away, right? Because
At the very least, because we just now like released the entire collaboration feature, the team collaboration feature, and the entire meeting feature for Funnel Bake about a couple of months ago. It literally took us 6 months. I'm not even kidding. Like 6 months to build up the entire feature set. There are so many little things. It's basically its own software.
Yes, it is. It is a whole software in and of itself, right? So, so one of the advantages that would be there with Gridle is the key advantage is that we don't have to build the bells and whistles, right? So we don't have to build like 30% of Calendly software, because that would be like sign up, login, verify, email, password, profile, and all of that. So because we've already have all of that, we essentially just need to build the core kind of meeting thing. But then what happens is you've also got to integrate with all the calendars, and it has to be a two-way sync. You've got to figure out how the reminders will go out in a way that they are not missed, and then so there's a lot of work. So my point is, so we already have a roadmap for the next 6 months. So this is on the roadmap. However, in the next 6 months there are a lot of other things that we'll be building, but this will be coming soon.
Fantastic. All right. I hope that answers your question. There's one more question from Joseph is asking, will the document gathering also include online forms for any data we need for a project and notify us when client is complete?
So V1 will only have proposals and invoices, and then settings for clients. So you'll be able to invite clients and then have all of that in one place. V2 will have document gathering. So you'll be able to, so you and the client will be able to create folders and upload documents or files rather. And then V3, we will be allowing you to create forms as well, which you can share with the client that they can fill out. And so you are able to see response. So allowing you to create forms across all the clients, allowing you to create forms across a particular group of client, or allowing you to create forms for a particular client. So that will be in V3.
Okay, fantastic. I hope we've pretty much covered all the questions. I'm just going to quickly have a check to ensure all the questions are answered. Yeah, I think we pretty much answered all the questions. So
Awesome.
once again, if you have any other questions, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to answer your question. And if you have any concerns about the product, please let us know. Also, there is one more fantastic news. Because it's going to be Black Friday, and there was a huge demand for Gridle. Just for the Black Friday, we're going to be releasing the bonus that we offered during the launch. We're going to be releasing that again. This is just Black Friday. So if you are one of the persons who are looking or who had grabbed Griddle in between, feel free to ping us. If not, if you are on the fence to buy Griddle, I think this is a perfect opportunity for you to come in. We'll announce this exactly in next 12 hours, and we'll update you. But stay tuned with regards to that. And meanwhile, again, if you have any questions about Griddle, we're open to taking like just one or two more questions before we wrap up this session. And again, it can be
Sure.
anything. It doesn't have to be just about the product. So let us know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it could be around running your agency. It could be around selling more. It could be around anything. I mean, so I'd be
So
happy to
So
answer
yes,
them.
what's the roadmap for next week? Like which payment gateway are you looking to release next week?
So next week it's going to be two checkout.
Okay. Oh, that's a big
And
one.
yeah, that's a big one. We've got about a couple of days worth of work left on that. So
Mhm.
next week for to check out it'll happen, and we'll be as I said releasing the client portal tomorrow, and then all energies on white label.
Fantastic. By the way, is the Razorpay integration out already?
No, Razorpay is something that I think we'll be releasing by end of December. So that's the third one. So we'll have two checkout, then we'll have Braintree, and then we'll have Razorpay.
Okay, fantastic. Because I think after that you'll probably get questions like go cardless,
Yeah,
then mostly TransferWise. I think those are some of the newer ones that people are looking for.
yeah,
Then maybe like Google Pay. I think Google Pay would be another fantastic
would be a
option.
good one. Yeah,
Yeah, so I think this will ensure that you get paid on time, you know.
yeah, absolutely,
So that's
absolutely
that's something that's very, very, very important.
important.
But once again, guys, thank you so much. I think we've pretty much answered. Oh, there's one more question.
Sure.
So Carlos, I'm just gonna drop the link. Um, just a moment. I'm just gonna drop the link in the comments, or you can just head to pitchground.com /products/griddle if you are looking to grab your copy or grab your lifetime deal license. Then you can quickly do that. And there you go. So just head to pitchground.com /products/griddle, and you'll be able to grab in your codes. And once again, in 12 hours, we are going to reopen the bonus because it's Black Friday. We have to go a little wild, so we have to make sure that there's those people who can really benefit the Black Friday griddle special deal at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So there's one last question before we wrap up this call.
Sure.
Yash, is there any Thrive card integration in the plans right now?
No, we don't. So Thrivecart is not something that we have as an integration as of now. But we will be. So you can use it. So we do not have it in the plan. You can use it for the integration through Zapier. So on Zapier currently we have integration only with leads. So once we've got 50 published integrations with Zapier, we'll be opening Zapier up for all different types of use cases that are possible with Griddle. And so then you'll be able to connect Thrivecart with Griddle in the use case that you want to. But a direct integration between Griddle and Thrivecart is not on the cards right now.
So Joseph, I just have a cross question for you over here.
Sure.
You're already able to collect payments via Griddle. So
Yeah.
is there any specific use case why you need Thrivecart on top of that? Because as far as I know, Thrivecart only has like a very limited number of payment gateway. Most of them that Griddle is working upon, they
Yeah.
don't even have those integrations. So ideally, you would actually not want to send a link for Thrivecart to your client if you're sending out a proposal. Rather, send them the direct invoice link on Griddle itself, and you're gonna get paid. And at the same time, you'll have more options. And as Griddle keeps releasing more options, you will be able to grow pretty much more rapidly at that point of stage. So, like typically, what I feel is that it's not a good idea for you to send out a Thrive card, then set things up manually on your end. So that's kind of like a messy situation. But
Yeah.
again, it's completely your decision. I would personally avoid that. If you're using Thrive card just for like simple payment, that's completely fine. But if you have Gridle, I think that's what I would suggest, like ideally using Gridle, because Thrivecart is still kind of like built for more of an automation tool.
Yeah,
And when you're talking about proposals, it's more personalized, right? You're not
yeah,
going to try to go and do like any sort of bulk approach, because any sort of bulk approach will not work out uh, at all, especially with agencies if they're looking to buy from you. So that's my suggestion. But again, it's completely up to you. Personally, that's what I would do if I'm using Thrivecard. I'm just gonna send it across. So
sure.
he's saying that it's more about consistency and keeping all transactions in one place. Plus, there are upsells. Um, Again, I think that's a pretty good use case. If you can share more of these use cases either in PitchGround group,
Yeah,
and if you can just come up with like, hey, like these are the use cases we want from Thrivecart. We want it to work from this way to this way to this way. This is what we want. If you can just make a post on it in PitchGround, then I think this will actually help Yash and his team to understand, okay, here is the kind of integrations that you want. Here is what you're expecting. Here is how you want things. Because remember, the problem with Thrivecart is that it completely operates on webhooks. There is no API for them, and they don't do integrations that quickly. Like if even if you reach out to them, they'll put in the roadmap for the next 6 months or 12 months. So the problem is going to be on their side at the same time. So it's going to be more like a one-way integration where we have to rely on webhooks. No, Jarek, Thrivecart doesn't have API. It completely operates on webhooks
okay.
because we have integrated Thrivecart in the past, and that's the only way. There's no like typical APIs available for them. So they
So
do have. Yeah, sorry, Yash, but
no, no, I was just saying that I was also so I agree with you. I mean, so if there are a couple of other use cases that Thrivecart has, do share with us in the comments and just tag me at Yash, and I'll check those out and I'll get back to you with what we can do. But a Zapier integration definitely is going to come. And another thing is I think on the live that we are doing on your personal profile. Sorry, on the live that you are doing in PitchGround, I think there are a couple more questions that I was able to see. So if we want to take those, if that's okay with you, or if you're
yeah,
running
sure,
out.
sure, sure, definitely go ahead. I was just checking out. I was not able to see.
So
So it's just
shall I take those questions? Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
is that
sure, 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 definitely.
awesome? So okay, so the first one goes from Victor, which says, I'm not a okay. Okay, it says Zapier integration is it done? Because I searched for Griddle and it's not in the list. Yeah, so Victor, I'll give you the link in the reply. So you may want to go to our knowledge base, which is available on help.griddle.one, and search for the Zapier integration as to how to do it. Zapier has a limitation where up to 50 zaps, until 50 zaps are published, they will not make Griddle as an app live on Zapier. So you'll need to click on a special link, which is available in the help.griddle.one URLs, which I'll share with you, as a reply to the comment that you've made, and then you'll be able to get Griddle available in your account for the zaps that you want to build. Right. So the second I think he has is, can clients do split payment? Yes, they can. So they will be able to. So let's say when you send an invoice, the invoice goes. If you already integrated a payment gateway, the invoice goes with a pay now button. And so when the client clicks on the pay now button, the amount that they want to they want to increase or decrease, whatever the case may be, they'll be able to choose that amount. And then once that payment is made, it will be recorded as, so let's say if you raise the invoice for $50 and I as a client reduce it to $25, the payment recorded is for $25 and the other $25 is shown as outstanding, for which the reminders will continue to go with another pay now option, which will show the remainder amount. So that's a way in which it can be done. However, if you were looking to ask whether the split payment can be done by the system intelligently over a period of 3 months or something like that, then you will have to create a recurring invoice for that. So for that, for a separate use case where you can say that, okay, for this consulting project, we're going to charge $900, which is split across 3 payments, and then you can charge a recurring invoice for $300. um, per month. Right? The third is do we have versioning in proposal, right? Who made what changes and when? So I'm sorry, but as of now we do not have versioning in proposal. So the assumption is that the clients are not allowed to edit the proposal, right? So the clients are allowed only to comment on the proposal. All the edits have to be made from your side itself. However, I remember that I think you had made a recommendation for using Google Docs, and so we will be having a conversation about that as well. So we'll take that in. Um, yeah, I think that's it. We have another question from Darren, but I'm not able to understand. So I think I'll take it up in the comments later. So I think that's where we are.
Fantastic. Guys, if you have any other questions, please let us know. There's one question from Lobus.
Sure.
Lobus is asking, what about Integromat? Any plans with integration with Integromat?
I actually don't know what that is. So let me check it out and um, get back to you. Um, I will need to. Okay, I'll need to get back to you on this one. So I do not know. Um, yeah, yeah. So I don't know whether we will have this or not. I'll need to check this out.
Okay, fantastic. So, guys, I hope we answered all your questions. I hope you found the session quite helpful. And once again, if you're looking for Griddle, if you're on the fence to get Griddle, Black Friday is a perfect opportunity for people who missed out on the bonus. Will be getting that bonus back for Black Friday only. So again, if you are looking for perfect invoicing system, I think you won't find any better tool than Griddle, especially with their client portal coming up, which is going to be white label. You will also be able to start selling and reselling Griddle, which is going to be an insane amount of valuable. So a tool like this, you'll be able to sell it like hotcakes, basically, to your users, to your client. Again, there's one more quick question from Jarek. Any plans for Singspider, or when is it coming out?
Yes, by that is by end of December, we'll be integrating with SyncSpider as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, Jarek, I hope that answers your question. So, Singspider integration is going live by the end of December, mostly along with the payment gateways and all the other amazing and cool stuff that they're working on. I think this is probably going to come after the white label has been released. I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yep.
Fantastic. Once again, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. And if you have any other questions, feel free to drop in. I'll ask Yash to join in another week, next week, most likely, and we'll give you more updates with what's going on. And thank you so much for sticking around. Once again, I want to thank you guys for being so supportive and giving us all your love. It has been crazy journey, and I want to wish each one of you happy Thanksgiving. We have a fantastic present for every one of you that's coming up. And just wait for that email. Make sure that you look out for that email, because it's going to be an incredible amount of gift that we're giving out to each and every single user. So just wait for that email. And if you're not in our email list, then you're going to miss out something incredible. Richard, we just answered about the white label. White label is coming out by 25th of December, right around Christmas, is when the white label is going to come out. There can be like a couple of days of ups and downs, but tentatively we are looking at Christmas right now. With the pace at which the development is going on, that's the kind of time frame we are looking for. So once again, guys, thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Take time for your family. I know it's Black Friday. We're all looking to buy deals. I've been like buying myself a lot of things. So I understand that, but also at the same time, it's very important to just go out there and thank your family, and thank your loved ones for being around for you and taking care of you, because they are the ultimate ones, who will always be there in your life, whenever you are in need, whenever you're not in need. They are the real heroes in your life. So just take a moment and just thank them. And I think that's what happiness is about.
Yeah.
Just spread love, just spread happiness, spread joy, and Thanksgiving to everyone once again.
Thank you. All
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a
right.
great day.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Yeah. Bye.